Hey everyone, Kewbix here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be doing an in-depth review as well as a setup tutorial of the MsCube MS3L 3x3, one of my favorite 3x3s of all time. Now right off the bat you can see that this cube comes with a really nice mesh cube bag and a pretty simple cube stand, all with the green and black color scheme, which I actually have grown quite fond of. These two accessories also come with the first edition of the MsCube, so they aren't entirely new features. Putting this aside, let's get right into the cube itself, which is obviously the main interest of the video. So about 2 weeks ago I unboxed this cube for the first time, and I actually really liked the performance directly out of the box. Now I did get the enhanced version of this cube, which is only a slight bit different than the standard version, and that is that this cube has corner stalk magnets as well as the normal magnets inside the pieces. This adds for a little bit more stability closer to the center of the cube, which also allows for more flexibility. Now, one thing I would like to note about this cube is that basically everything about it just looks so nice, pristine, and futuristic. The transparent blue internals, the spider web design on the pieces, and that high-tech advanced core just make this cube look very, very high quality. Now, unlike the original MsCube 3x3, which only has the spiderweb pattern engraved as lines on the pieces, the MS3L has the pattern sort of indented into the pieces, which I'm pretty sure allows for better airflow as well as lube flow. Also, the original MsCube has magnets on the edge stalk, while the new one has magnets on the corner stalks. The MS3L also has very unique but quite beautiful shades. The green is super bright, as well as the blue, and it honestly just looks super nice and expensive. This cube also has super crunchy turning, which honestly I cannot get enough of. I think it sounds and feels super amazing. And despite the pretty tight tensions, this cube turns and feels very flexible. It corner cuts almost anywhere. There literally isn't a single spot on this cube that it will not reverse or forward corner cut. And I simply do not know how this can be with these super tight tensions. But whatever it is, and however they designed it, I really love it. This cube shares very similar features and turning styles to two of my favorite cubes of all time. And these are the Weilong GTS and the Dian Tangyun V1 3x3. It has crispy turning like the GTS, which I love so much, and it has insane flexibility like the Dian Tangyun V1. It's also quite high pitched, and everything flows incredibly smoothly. Honestly, this cube is one of the most satisfying cubes I have ever turned in my life. The turning is super satisfying, super crispy, bubbly, just all my favorite features, all in one cube. Now this cube also turns a lot different than the original MsCube, and I honestly cannot see how this is even like a version 2 of this cube. They feel so different. Like this really feels like the GAN RS. Kind of tight and restricting, and honestly not my favorite cube. However, the MsCube MS3L is way different. This feels almost like a Moyu cube. It is super fluid, the shades are very bright, and the turning is super buttery and fast. I honestly prefer this one 100% over the original. And I'm pretty sure it's cheaper, so this cube is definitely worth it. Now, seeing as I've gone on quite a long unneeded rant about everything I love about this cube, I should probably move on to what this video is all about, and that is the customization settings. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. As you can see inside the main box, the cube comes with quite a large accessories box. So, let's see what's inside. Here are pink core tuning pieces and green core tuning pieces. And so honestly, that's about it. All we really have left inside of here is a CFOT pamphlet, which is the green one, and an instructions pamphlet, which is the black one. But I'm going to teach you how to do that right now, so we can put these things aside. Now, right off the bat, the very first thing you need to know about this cube is that it only comes with 2 customization options, and that is 1, tension, which is what these core pieces are used for, and 2, elasticity or flexibility, and that can be changed by turning this piece right here. So to start off, let me show you how to adjust what in my opinion is the most important setting of a cube, and that is the tensions. So first we will take off all of the center caps. Now this cube introduces an entirely new way to tension a cube, and that requires taking out all of these center pieces and reapplying each of these different colored centerpieces. Now I know what you're probably thinking, and that is that this will take such a long time, but it is actually an incredibly quick process. So what you first want to do is figure out, do you want your cube looser, medium, or tighter? And I honestly prefer medium, which is what the blue centerpieces feel like. But if you prefer weaker tensions, then you will use the green centerpieces, and if you prefer way tighter tensions, then you will use the pink centerpieces. So how do you switch these out? Well, it's very easy. All you're going to do is use your fingers to turn this entire centerpiece counterclockwise. And now be very careful, make sure not to push down. All you do is grip these three little pieces right here and just push counterclockwise. And very carefully take off the entire top layer of your cube, or instead of doing that, you could just take out this little piece right here. This allows you to remove the entire centerpiece. And if you're wondering how it does that, it uses this little key piece right at the bottom. So if you turn it the right way, it unhinges from the core. And so now in order to take this adjustment piece out of the center cap, what you want to do is match this little key part up to its keyhole and slide it right out. And that is all it takes. Now you're going to replace that piece with a green one if you want weak settings, and a pink one if you want tight settings. Right now I'll just put in the weak setting piece. So you put this key part right into its hole, like this, go the whole way through, and turn it so it doesn't come back out. Now put this piece right back into the center. And in order to lock this piece back in, push down and turn clockwise. And it should be all good to go. So just do this to all 6 faces, and it should be very, very fast and quite loose. Now let's do it again a little bit quicker and replace it with the tightest settings. Without pushing down, turn counterclockwise, take out this piece right here, and it should take out the entire center. You might need to wiggle around these pieces right here so it's a little bit easier to take out. Now you're going to unhinge this piece by undoing the key right there. Take out a pink centerpiece. Plop it right back into the center cap using the key. Push through and lock it. Now put it right back into the cube right here. Push down until this piece locks into place, and push down again and turn it clockwise. This should lock everything into place and take it back to how it was. And it should feel significantly tighter. And turn a little bit slower. So I'm going to go back to the blue tensions, which is medium and what I prefer, and then we'll go on to the next step. So now that you've gotten your tensions figured out, let's move on to the second and final adjustment step, and that is the elasticity or flexibility. This is one of the easiest and most simple ways to do this in any cube, so there really should be no problem with it. One thing you should know is right out of the box, this cube comes on the tightest flexibility settings. And that means the centerpiece right here is rotated all the way clockwise. The only way to change this, and that is from going from point A, the tight setting, and turning it counterclockwise to point B, the loosest and most flexible settings. All you have to do that is make sure you are pushing down on the centerpiece and turning it counterclockwise once and twice. Make sure you do it all the way counterclockwise, because if you only do it halfway, the whole layer will pop out. So now that it is all the way counterclockwise to setting B, now it is as loose as it can be. And so you do this on all the sides. Push down, go all the way counterclockwise until it stops moving. This should make it as most flexible as it can be. And as you can see, it is way more flexible than before. And as this cube is already so flexible and can corner cut anywhere, I really don't think this is needed because it just makes the cube very, very unstable. And unless you want your cube to be very, very floppy, I probably wouldn't do that. So I'm going to go back to the only other setting there is, and that is the tight setting, setting A. So just push it down, move it all the way clockwise, and stop. Now as you can see, we have the middle tensions in the least flexible settings, which is still very flexible, just not as much as it could be, which is a little over the top. So this is how I like my cube, and I'm going to be 100% honest, this is literally how it came straight out of the box. So if you like it just like me, medium tensions, and not quite as flexible since this cube is already so flexible, then just leave it how it is right out of the box. So now we'll put the center caps back in, and I'll show you the final way to set up this cube, which most of you probably know how to do, and that is applying lube. Now, another thing I really like about this cube is that it already comes pre-lubed, and not just, where they put in, let's say, a drop of lube, but it actually comes fully lubed, which is super nice. It feels incredible, and so you really don't need to apply much lube. Now, the one thing a lot of people would like to do is slow it down a bit, and that is because out of the box it is very, very fast, a little too fast. So all I like to do is put in some lubical silk, which I know some people feel like it speeds up the cube, but I honestly feel like it just makes it a little bit more plush. And if your cube's already super fast, it's not going to speed it up anymore. If anything, it's just going to make it a little bit more plush and slow it down a slight bit. So that is why I'm going to put in about 2 drops of lubical silk, and we'll see how it turns out. So we'll put 1 drop in right here on the corner piece, and another drop on the opposite side right on the corner stalk. And so that is all that step takes. Now let's see how it feels. Wow, okay, that feels super buttery and smooth. That turns very fluidly, and it is just limitless. There are almost no restrictions on the turning, and again, this is one of my favorite cubes to play with and to solve on. It might take place as my main over the GAN 11M Pro, so yeah, that just shows how much I really like this cube. I really think MsCube did a great job. Definitely way better than their first cube. This video is sponsored by teamcubicle.com. Do you want all these amazing cubes, but you just can't quite afford them? Well, you're in luck, because from now on you can use discount code Kewbix at checkout to get a sweet discount off of all of your orders. Saves you money and helps my channel grow. So what are you waiting for? It's objectively optimal. Also, don't forget to subscribe to The Cubicle on YouTube, as well as check out all of their other social media so you can learn more about their amazing store and so you don't miss out on any more of their weekly exclusive sales. Links for everything you need to know will be down in the description below. Check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And sorry this video came out a little bit late. I know I waited quite a long time to make it. Nevertheless, I really hope you enjoyed it. And definitely stay tuned for the next video. Anyways guys, I'll see you all next time. Bye.